Hello YouTube, this William out here on the camp for a few nights, little hangout, and thought maybe I'd take this opportunity to show you my belt kit, how it's improved and evolved, and what the walkout belt kit consists of at this point. And so it's what I'm wearing now, and you can see that it just hangs there quite nicely. There's still room here for my pistol. I'm on the lake, so I'm just right around the house, so I didn't wear a pistol. Even sometimes when I do this, I wear a little Bond Arms 410 Derringer, but I didn't bother with it this time. I got my 12 gauge, so there's quite a few hogs around here, so we may get a hog. But anyway, back to the belt kit. This is a kit from my area, East Texas, which we very seldom get freezing temperatures. If we do, it's only for a few nights, and so it's the idea behind this kit is if I was to get dumped out of the boat or the canoe, lost my gear, aliens came down and stole my gear, my gear just happened to disappear, took a magic act or something. I mean, who knows, Murphy will rule at times. Then this belt that I have on, that I should have on at all times that I'm in a hazardous situation, should get me through to get back to health. It's not to subsist and to survive in the woods for an indefinite period of time. I am always within 3 or 4 miles of civilization, or at least a cell tower. Okay, so I always, in my pocket, I have my cell phone, and it is in a waterproof case. So if I get dunked in the lake or the river or whatever, if I can get a cell tower, or once I can get a cell tower, then I can call for help. So this belt is the purpose of it, and the contents is to provide me with whatever I may need, or creature comforts that I may need. I don't think that everything I have in here is a necessity. I think some of it's comfort items, but again, it fit in there and it still wears comfortably, so we'll leave it there. But that's what this belt is for, is to provide me a shelter and water, hydration for a couple of days, so I can get back to help if need be, as a worst case scenario. I don't think food is a necessity, although as you'll see that I have a fishing kit, which I'm pretty much 99% of the time on a river or a lake, so fishing is always an option. Rather than try to do fashion fish hooks, primitive fish hooks and things like this, and fish with vines and things like that, I have a small fishing kit. I mean, it's small, it's compact, it fits in the kit, so why not carry it? Doesn't weigh hardly anything. But again, I don't think that food is a necessity. Now, it depends on your medical condition as well. If you're a diabetic or hypoglycemic, then yeah, you probably need to take some type of food with you for that. But I don't have that issue. So anyway, this is the kit, and you've probably seen it. Maybe you've seen it in the videos. I don't know what sequence I want to load these videos in, but we'll spread out a blanket and we'll go through the contents of it and show you what all of that's about. Okay, so stick with me. So here's the belt, and on this side what I have is a Maxpedition mini roly-poly, and this is a dump pouch. This is when you're gathering stuff through it's just on the Scout, you need to gather some tinder or whatever, you can put that in there. Also, this is a great thing to put your water bottle in. It's a great size for the Clean Canteen stainless steel bottles. And I've got this idea from MQC or MCQ. I always get the dyslexia kicks in. It's MCQ or MQC Bushcraft. He's an English chap. It is a great channel. Has a lot of great information on it. A lot of good hunting videos. He hunts birds and squirrels and things. So I mean that's about all they hunt in England. But anyways, great channel. Check him out if you can. But anyway, you can just slip a water bottle in there and go on a scout or use it for tinder or whatever. And this is the mini roly-poly. It's just a great, phenomenal little pouch from Maxpedition. I never was too keen on Maxpedition, but after using these or getting these, I think that and using others, I've also got some other little dump pouches and things, and they were just junk. But Maxpedition is the best that I've found. Okay, this is the prototype knife that I'm trying out. It's got the saber on one side, full flat on the other, and just trying it out and seeing how that grind works. Got the flashlight as before in there, and it's just the Streamlight MicroStream, and I got this at Survival Resources on their website. John has a great web store, so go by and check his store out if you haven't already. Has a dual clip. You can clip it on the brim of your hat like so, and it's a task light. Okay, or you can leave it like this and has a normal flashlight. So it's a great little light. Runs off of AAA batteries, and all my lights work off of AAA batteries. That way I only have one battery to take with me. So anyway, that's the little light. And also, the way I have it set up, if you move this knife around to your side when you're wearing it, then this light will shine on what you're doing in your lap, and it'll be a task light like that as well. This is the Easy Lap diamond rod, and inside here in this Altoids tin, it is just a first aid kit and with some quick clot, a small button compass, some of my salve that I made that's good for insect bites and minor cuts and scrapes and things. And also a pair of nail clippers, a pain reliever, just some little odds and ends, a few band-aids in there. I mean, you gotta have your band-aids. All right. So I mean, you can adjust this kit the way it fits you. I mean, this is the way I fixed it for me. Doesn't necessarily work for everybody, but this is for me. Okay. All right. So let me spread this out here so that we can go through this right quick. Now this is a modified H1 from Maxpedition. Okay. I took and I added this little fastener on here because Velcro, I'm not too keen on Velcro because, as I've said on many videos, I'm around water, sand, grit. Once it gets into the Velcro, then it doesn't work too well. Okay, so I added these little straps and buckles, and you can get them at Walmart. It's just a nylon strap and some plastic buckles. So anyway, we'll start on the outside and work our way in. This is a dry bag that I have attached, and inside here I have a poncho. It's one of the light, it's not the little plastic one, it's the seal nylon poncho. It's a real light, small, I don't say small, it's a full-size poncho. It's just that it's made out of real thin seal nylon. And I also have a full-size big lighter in there, so it's all in that dry bag. And that dry bag, if I had to, I could put this whole kit in that dry bag if I needed to. Okay, but see, I just sewed it on the back of it, and believe me, that is some tough stuff. I broke like 3 needles trying to get that sewed. So, I mean, yeah, that's some durable stuff. This is a pouch that I added to, excuse me, added to the side of it, and it's just the single stack mag from Maxpedition, I believe, and it just slips on these little loops here, and inside here I have the SAK Trekker. I believe I love this SAK Trekker. I think it's one of the best knives that they come out with, or best designs that they've come out with. And I've done reviews on this before, but just to kind of show you what it is. On the large screwdriver, I've actually ground it off, and that's a chisel. So I can do wood carving and things like that. If I needed a chisel, then I have one. Because this blade locks as well. It's a liner lock. So it benefits me. I'd rather than having 2 flat screwdrivers, I just have one as a chisel. And I just think that that's the best design that they have. But you may have another design that's your favorite. I've got the Farmer, but I think it's just a little too small for me. But anyway. Okay, then on the other side, I have the Pocket Boy, the Silky Pocket Boy. I think this is a great little wood saw. It's green and it does dry wood as well, very well. What it's lacking is bone. It doesn't do bone very well. So, but for wood crafting and things like that, it's a great little saw. If you want something to do bone, then you need to. Then I would suggest looking at the Bahco Laplander. I think that that's the best wood saw, woodsman saw. Because, I mean, in my mind, a hunter is a woodsman. Some bushcrafters are just bushcrafted. So anyway, have a small pen. Again, I got this at Survival Resources, John McCain's store. He has some great stuff in there, and that's in case I need to write a note. There's always trash everywhere you go, so you can always write a note on something. Okay, now inside the kit, on the outside, I forgot to mention, there is a thermometer. Again, I got that at Survival Resources, because sometimes you just want to know how hot it is outside or how cold. Inside here, I have a heavy-duty Ziploc bag that I have some tinder in, some tar cloth, and also 3 strike anywhere matches. I just keep that in there in case of emergencies. Okay, so now inside the kit, I've got a ferrule rod. I've got a sewing kit. This is spider wire, and also this is waxed artificial sinew with a sail needle there, and I have another smaller needle and a hook needle here, some smaller needles and things there. So that's just a mini repair kit, sewing kit. I have a Falcon Even DC3. And a hunting fishing license with an ID in here, and also boat tags and things with a government picture ID in there. So they'll know who I am, prove who I am. Okay, that's all's in there. Now in the main compartment, I have a full-size cotton bandana that's orange for signaling. It's for filtering water. It's for washing. It's for 101 uses. Everybody's heard the stories about that. Here's a small light that clicks onto your brim of your hat or on the lapel of your shirt or something. Has a red beam and a white. Just an additional light. A hank of paracord. This is probably around 10 feet or so. I'm not really sure what the length is on that. Have a Surefire that's still in the package, or a wet fire, I mean. And so even if this bag gets dunked in the lake or the river or whatever, that is still dry. Have a small hank of bank line. Have a silver compass. Now this is not only a compass, this is also a mirror. It's a signaling device. It's if I want to check my face, if I get hit in the face and I want to check and see if there's an injury to my face, then I can see that, or if there's another area on my body I can't twist my head around to see, then I can use this and help see that. And also it's a compass. So it's several uses for that. This is my fishing kit. I have a bobber in there, many different sizes of hooks, some shot sinkers, some little flies and jigs, fishing line, just all kinds of things in that little fishing kit there. And again, I got this container at Survival Resources. Great little store. I have another little container I got at Survival Resources. Inside here I've got another sail needle and a 1/8 inch ferrocerium rod as a backup to the other ones. I have the Sawyer squeeze bag for water and the Sawyer Mini. I have the S needle. It's a chisel needle. Best thing I've seen to go through leather. It's just a phenomenal needle. If you have things that is very dense material, then this is the needle to have. I should have used this to sew that strap on, but I didn't even think of it. Have some insect repellent. That's a small bottle. I just put some insect repellent in it. Inside here, in this metal container, I have a magnifying glass. Excuse me. I have a magnifying glass. It's just wrapped in some cotton material that could be used for char cloth or whatever. I have this is a 55-gallon drum liner, a contractor's drum liner. Made it is 3 mil plastic. So when I say garbage bag, this is a heavy-duty garbage bag. Now this is a micro shelter. This is not to cut up and make a tarp. That is the last thing you want to do with a garbage bag, because if you do that, that's the only thing it is a tarp. It's nothing else. What you want to do is, if you need to use this for a micro shelter and put it over your head, poke some breathing holes in it, some eye holes, stuff leaves in it for insulation, and just tie a rope around it, one of these ropes here, and that is your shelter. And you can also always tie up the corner that you put the holes in and still use it for a container for water and things like that. So cutting it up and making a tarp out of it is the last thing that I would want to do with that. We want to keep it as a garbage bag as much as possible. Okay, I've got an old ID card. I think this is an old driver's license with several feet of Gorilla tape around it. And I've got the old famous beef jerky bag. That's an additional water carrier. That's a stuffed bag. That's many 101 uses for that. And then the last thing in here is my little aluminum cup from that went to the Swiss water bottle, and you can use that to boil water, sterilize your water, drink from, just whatever you need to do. It doesn't take up any room and hardly any weight. Okay, so that's what's in this kit. Now, one other modification I did to this was it came with a little enclosure that enclosed in and had a little zip tie that I used here. And I cut it out. There's a string there that's left. And because it was more in the way than it was useful for me. So I just cut that out. And anyway, so that's the kit. Well, I hope you you guys got some tips and tricks that may help you on your kit. Again, each one of our kits should be a little bit different because we're all different. Our environment's different. Our skill level's different. Our needs are different. So each one of our kits should be a little bit different. And hopefully this will give you some ideas of not mint. Thought it was mint. It's not. It's beautyberry. But anyway, I hope this gives you some ideas and to create your own kit. This kit weighs 3.5 pounds. All this stuff in it. It's 3.5 pounds. And this is, without any doubt in my mind, this will get you through at least 2 nights, maybe 3 or 4. We can do without food for a long time as long as we don't have a medical condition that hinders us from doing that. Food is not as important as what we're used to. I mean, as Americans, we're so blessed. We're used to having that 3 squares a day. And if we don't get that, we think we're starving. But that's not the case. We can do without food for several days. Now there comes a point to where being without food, it affects your thinking and your cognizance and things like that, but it takes a little while to get to that point. So anyway, I hope this helps you, like I said, and until the next one, you guys get out in the woods, enjoy some of this beauty that God created for us, and bring a child with you and instill in that child an appreciation for nature and a love for the outdoors. And if you do, take plenty of Band-Aids and lots of knives. We'll catch you again soon.